Thoughts are with you. At the time of watching this video, I would have completed 1 month of my work. Thank you to all the guests, sponsors, Sterling Dental Group, who have all been very supportive towards my work. Special thanks to my dear friend Amarjit Kembe, who is the founding trustee of the Sterling Foundation, Dental Foundation. He had a vision of making children laugh, smile throughout the various states of India by setting up camps to educate the children on their oral health and to do some cancer screening. A thank you to all the sponsors, in particular Henry Schein, for their supply of dental material for the children. The money raised tonight will be going to support the Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital and the British Asian Trust. So please dig deep, participate in the auction and help us lighting up the beautiful faces of children both in India and the UK. Thank you.
Hey, let's hear it for Bobby. It's all for him tonight again. Ladies and gentlemen, that's very generous of you. Now, we're going to continue our program of presentation, and for this I want again to ask you to put your hands together for a star of daytime sunrise radio, Shabnam Sahi.
Thank you so much, Richard. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shabnam Sahi, and I'm very proud to represent the greatest station, radio station, London's #1 station, as I'm sure my boss is sitting there will agree, Sunrise Radio. And it is my pleasure, my privilege to welcome you all today to clearly the most dazzling of all evenings on the Sterling Dental Foundation calendar. This evening, the annual Sterling Ball. Now, it's a celebration of all things bright and beautiful. As you can see, everyone looking lovely and sparkly today, as they ought to. Of course, there's food and drink, there's music, there's dance, there's an auction or two, there's a raffle for some very lucky people. And I come to you confident that any jokes in this room will be met with raucous laughter. Why? Because we're in the company of some very, very good dentists. If you can't be confident to bare your teeth, the rest of us have absolutely no chance. So, now, of course, it all adds up to a very good cause, fundraising charity, as Sharina mentioned there. You know, they say that human beings are strange creatures, while on the one hand, the world today is grappling with conflict and war and strife and pain and misery. On the other hand, I think others are reaching into the depths of their heart and soul, into the far reaches of their wallets, which is what we'd like you to do today, please. And of course, finding the means, the resources to help those less privileged than ourselves. As we saw in that video clip there, Bobby, of course, what an incredible man, an 80-year-old who's determined to walk 2,600 miles across India, all for charity, for doing something so amazingly inspiring, something that 18-year-olds might shy away from. Right there, a testament to the human spirit. Now, it just proves what we are capable of if only we put our mind to it. Today, we want you to put not just your minds, ladies and gentlemen, but your hearts and your wallets as well. Still to come this evening, of course, there's a lot of entertainment, there's music, there's dancing. We intend to raise the roof, we intend to raise a few laughs, we intend to raise a lot of money today. There's a fabulous auction. On your tables, you will find a list which tells you things that you would bid for, and of course we're looking for very, very, very generous offers from you. Also over on the other side of the room, lined up some very generous presents, and they're all up for grabs in a way. We'd like you to head over there when you can, take a moment and please place your bids. Now, I personally was very, very excited when I saw that one of the star pieces in the auction there happens to be a personally signed harmonium by the Ghazal maestro Jagjit Singh Ji. Anyone who is familiar with ghazals would know that name. They know what an icon he was, and a piece of gold dust right there. As Jagjit Singh Ji once said in a ghazal, "Duniya jise kehte hain jadoo ka khilona hai, mil jaye to mitti hai, kho jaye to sona hai." This world, this life, When we have it, it is of no value, little value. But once it begins to slip away from our hands, it becomes gold dust. And that's what we intend to do. End this evening of fun and fundraising with a sprinkling of gold dust. Thanks to your generosity, your love, and your support. Thank you very much. Now, I think I need to introduce, of course, a lot of very esteemed guests who will be making speeches. But before that, as Asians do, we've got to kick off a party with some song and dance, preferably dance, more dance than song. So I'm very proud to introduce right now, Bhangra Punjabi Aga. Please put your hands together for a fantastic bunch of dancers. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
We still loving this. We still loving this. Won't turn down, won't go home, won't turn down, won't turn down, 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 roll the drums.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up one more time for Anurag and Jamiada, kicking off proceedings today, of course, in great style. It's time now to call on a few of our very esteemed.
I ask, please, just for a few minutes of your respect and your love and your silence. Shabnam, they're all yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Richard. Now, the first person I'd like to introduce, of course, is the Right Honourable Dominic Grieve, who's the MP for Beaconsfield. He's the former Attorney General, and he's been a great friend to the Sterling Dental Foundation. I'd like him to come and address us, please.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for inviting me to join you this evening. It was my great pleasure to talk to Bobby.
Ladies and gentlemen, please show a bit of respect. Very, very important. Just for a few minutes.
It was my great pleasure to talk to Bobby just before he left on his trip the day before he went, and to wish him well. And we've already succeeded in raising a lot of money for the charities which he's supporting. But he specially asked me to come this evening because he said to me, sending me a text, he said, please come along to the Sterling Dental Group's event because this is too going to be really important in terms of the fundraising I'm going to carry out. So it's wonderful to be here. I'm looking forward to the dancing in due course. And I'm above all looking forward to participating with you in raising funds for the charitable causes that Bobby is going to be supporting. Not just the ones here, but of course all the ones in India, which the Sterling Dental Group has been so good at supporting in the, over the past years. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for inviting me. Have a marvellous evening. It's good to see some very familiar faces and some old friends here and to meet new ones. And I hope we have a tremendous evening and that we're able to raise and meet the targets that we've set for this evening to support Bobby in his extraordinary walk. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. The Right Honourable Dominic Grieve there. Ladies and gents, I'd just like to quickly remind you one more time that the reason why we're here today is to have a lot of fun, of course, but also to raise a lot of money. And two silent auctions going on at the same time. There's one for which all the lovely goodies have been displayed for you on the far side of the room. You need to go there and see for yourself what it is that you'd like to bid for, and we'd really like you to dig deep into your pockets today, of course. There's another one which is listed in a brochure, and that should be on your table, and there should be a little card next to it. and we'd be very grateful if you put down generous amounts. Please, thank you so much. Now, sadly, Virendra Sharma, MP for Ealing and Southall, he couldn't be here this evening in person, but Mr. Virendra Sharma has recorded a little message for us, and Mr. Virendra Sharma, of course, the MP for Ealing, Southall, and chairman of the Indo-British All-Party Parliamentary Group, the APPG. So we have a short recorded message from him now.
Gathered tonight to enjoy the evening organized by Sterling Dental Foundation, a gala dinner in aid of Bobby's walk. I'm sorry I'm not with you this evening because I'm in South Africa, partly campaigning for Bobby's walk. We are here tonight to give the backing, support, encouragement, and inspiration to many, including Bobby, to get this walk in aid of charities, both in India and Britain. We must support, as Sterling Dental Foundation is doing, not only tonight, in the past and in the future. We, if we can, go to India, support Bobby, or tonight raise funds in aid of not only the charity in two countries, but certainly for the inspiration for many for the future. I am thanking Bobby for taking this on behalf of the community, on behalf of the society at large, to promote this vision for the future. I'm fully behind Bobby, as you are tonight, and I'm sure we will meet again to raise only funds, but the inspiration for the future.
Mr. Virendra Sharma there, MP. I'd like to call on next Professor Colin Green. I'd very much like him to come here and say a few words. I'm not entirely sure where he's seated in the room. Ah, there he is.
Thank you very much for asking me this evening. I've come really to say what I think about this man, Bobby Gruell. He came to me nearly 10 years ago and was brought to me having walked from the north of India to the south and made £100,000. And he was offered to me with the £100,000. And I said, for my research, which was in HIV, in AIDS, and in cancer. And he said, right, you've got it, if you want it. I said, of course I want it. And what's more, if you give me £100,000, that will save my institute, which was having problems financially, from collapse. So he generously gave the whole lot. And out of that, my institute went on for another 5 years. Then he came along to me and said, if you'd like, I'd like to walk from the Scottish Parliament to the House of Commons. I walked for 5 months before. This will only take 5 weeks. And how much do you think he raised for that? Another £100,000. And we devoted all that money to St Mark's Hospital and my institute for bowel cancer and dealing with horrible diseases of the bowel, which many of you may know about. And we also raised money for more work on sexually transmitted diseases. Then he said to me, I want to walk the Antarctic. I said, you can't at your age, for God's sake you can't walk. You must be mad trying to walk across the Antarctic. Then he said, okay, well in that case, I'll walk across the north of Africa, across the deserts. I said, it's too dangerous, Bobby. You'll be killed. You can't possibly do that. Okay, I'm going to walk from the south of India to the north of India. And again I said, Bobby, you must be crazy. For goodness sake, you're 80 years old. But he's done it. And not only has he done it, he's started and he's got this far. You saw on the map, he's got to Chenia already in 3 to 4 weeks' time. He's walking each day what I walked in the Navy when I was a young officer in the Navy. I had to train with the Royal Marines in walking over Dartmoor. And if we did 30 miles, in a day. It absolutely killed us. We were only 20, for goodness sake. Here's this man doing it at the age of 80, walking 30 to 35 kilometers a day. I think it's quite remarkable. I have to say, I am prejudiced in his favour. He is a great, great friend, as is his family. And I think he's a wonderful guy. And I hope that all of you will help us support him, because the money we raise is going to children and children's diseases, children's health. Whether it's in India, the deal is, with me, the deal is that everything he raises in India is spent in India on charities there. Everything we raise here in this country, we spend primarily on Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital. And I can tell you that I've worked with those people for something like 30 years now. I can tell you that the research they do is absolutely crucial to the future of children's health in this country. They're really world leaders, right up in the front with America, Japan, China, and so on. So please, please help us. They're tremendous. Okay, I've been told to shut up, so I am going to shut up. Thank you very much for inviting me, and thank you very much for
Thank you very much, Professor Colin Green there. I'm going to introduce Mr. Kulwant Singh Dhaliwal next. Mr. Dhaliwal is the Global Ambassador for World Cancer Care. Now, Mr. Dhaliwal started walking for charity in 2002, and he continues to walk about 200 miles every month. Since his appointment, he's organized numerous camps across India, reaching the smallest and the most remote villages to increase awareness and early detection of cancer when it is curable. Now, World Cancer Care has come in public limelight under Mr. Dhaliwal's brand and marketing leadership through PR, through talks in public gatherings, schools and places of worship, speeches and interviews to newspapers, radio, television channels, attracting over 500 locals to each camp, needless to say, making it a huge success. Instead of taking donations, Mr. Dhaliwal inspires individuals to sponsor camps directly by requesting them to deliver World Cancer Care camps to their respective villages. Now, he spreads Western knowledge in India by using cancer educational and information material from the NHS, translating them into different languages, and distributing leaflets across India. His biggest mission is to save the next generation from the threat of cancer by investing in education, in treatment, and he's recently been awarded the Pride of India Award. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Kulwant Singh Dhaliwal.
Good evening. Excuse my English guess. I like to speak to them. Punjab is the world cancer capital. WHO, World Health Organization ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ 1 ਲੱਖ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੂੰ ਕੈਂਸਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ. ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 107. It means 107 times cancer in Punjab. Today, 42 deaths daily. 37 ladies died. No mammography. No cervix cancer checkup. Cancer then reach 3rd stage, death letter comes. 37 ladies die daily in Punjab. We conduct up to now 3,000 camps in Punjab. And we did 74,000 mammography free of cost. The people don't know the meaning of mammography in Punjab. ਅਸੀਂ ਫੇਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ. ਅਸੀਂ ਲੋੜ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਬਣਾ ਲਏ, ਮੰਦਿਰ ਬਣਾ ਲਏ, ਹਸਪੀਟਲ ਬਣਾਏ ਨਹੀਂ. If anyone got a heart attack here, ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਮੰਦਿਰ ਕੇ ਹਸਪੀਟਲ? ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਮਨੁੱਖਤਾ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ, ਅਸੀਂ ਫੇਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ. ਸਾਡੀ ਸਟੇਟ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਰੋਡ ਤੇ ਬੀਕਾਨੇਰ ਇਲਾਜ ਕਰਾਉਣ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਆ. ਬੀਕਾਨੇਰ ਸਟੇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਇਨ ਰਾਜਸਥਾਨ. Please change the direction of your donation. Hospitals, education and clean water. God ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ, but please ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਵੇਸਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਮਨੀ ਵੈਡਿੰਗਸ ਤੇ, ਲੈਵਿਸ਼ ਵੈਡਿੰਗਸ. ਸਾਡੇ 'ਚ ਕੋਈ ਸਿੰਪਲਿਸਿਟੀ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ, ਕੋਈ ਸਿੰਪਲ ਕੰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ 'ਚ. ਹਰ ਚੀਜ਼ ਵੇਸਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ, ਹਰ ਚੀਜ਼ ਸ਼ੋ ਆਫ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ. Look this man, Bobby Garewal, he's 80-year-old, he's walking. ਅੱਜ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਕੀਤਾ, what happened after Bobby when he gone? I said, I will continue his walk. I will walk. Try to hug the cancer patient. Have you ever tried? No. Try to hook the cancer patient. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ different ਨਜ਼ਾਰਾ ਆਏਗਾ. We are indirectly involved with cancer now, but in the next 2 years, we are going to directly involve with cancer. Cancer is a worldwide problem. We need awareness. Cancer is curable if you detect earlier. Ignorance kills, awareness empowering. But ਅਸੀਂ ਮਨੁੱਖਤਾ ਨੂੰ, humanity ਨੂੰ number 2 ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਤੇ God ਨੂੰ number 1 ਕਰ ਲਿਆ. No, God said humanity is number 1. Hospital is number 1. ਅੱਜ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵਰਲਡ ਕੈਂਸਰ ਕੈਪੀਟਲ ਹੈ. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਲੇਬੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਲੰਗਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ. They need medicine ਲੰਗਰਸ. Please, I request everyone, change the direction of your donation. Hospital, number 1, education. ਜਿੱਥੇ education ਆ ਗਈ ਉੱਥੇ awareness ਆ ਜਾਊਗੀ. Please, ਇਹ ਮੇਰੀ request ਹੈ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ. ਤੇ Bobby Garewal is doing a noble cause, and I'm going to walk last 500 kilometers with him. When he reaching New Delhi, how I welcome him. I'm going to welcome him in the Gurdwara with a medical camp, with a cancer camp. All our buses, our doctors will be there. We're doing free cost of mammography, cervix cancer, PSA test, and free medicines. ਉੱਥੇ ਜਲੇਬੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਲੰਗਰ